Welcome back, everybody. We're back for map number 3 of this elimination match of the IEM Dallas 2022 closed qualifiers. I'm joined by Laz, and we had a really lopsided map on Mirage.
Oh man, that's to say the least, right? I mean, ATK take away Inferno, which wasn't even the pick for them, and then, I don't know, Carpe Diem, man, they just pulled the rug under them, and now we've gone all the way into the distance, and like you said, this is elimination. This is with the team. Whoever loses is totally out, and now it's gonna be Bowden trying to get something happening, but he's getting a bit too aggressive, and he gets punished for it already.
Yeah, that's not good. We did have the ninth round, and it was ATK that took that and chose CT's side. So far, not working out great for him yet. There is a trade there. Fady is able to find one. But now, trapped under the bomb site, these smokes are perfect for a pistol round. Like, woo, you love to see that. Missim's just holding, biding his time. Walco walking all up to Generator. Possibly catching a shoulder there, but Modem can't land the shot, and suddenly things falling apart. Swisher 1v3, 3v0. ATK dropped the first round, and Carpe Diem off to a fiery first start. Classia, 294 ADR in the first round.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
You like to see that?
And this is what we saw in the second map, right? I mean, Carpe Diem, man, they just came in guns blazing. But I mean, they take this pistol. Match, is going to be paused a little bit here, so ATK, we're just going to wait and see.
Technical.
ATK. Oh, technical. Okay, okay. Swisher broke his computer again.
We'll inquire and see what's going on there.
I'm gonna call it.
Just see
blue screen.
Yeah, that's kind of my guess.
I mean, you get it once, you're gonna get it again, man.
Yeah,
it's such a feel bad moment too when you're playing. You're just like, oh, my computer doesn't work.
I heard that apparently he also like power limited his CPU to try and avoid this issue, but I guess that hasn't worked out. So I'm hoping not that again.
Oh.
Yep. Yes, confirmed. It was again a switcher blue screen.
Call me the Oracle.
For he has spoken.
But you know, again, this is what happened last time on map number 2. But I mean, I was talking a lot about this could affect both teams, but Carpe Diem, man, they've just, like I said, been on an absolute tear. They took a huge bite out of Mirage, and I mean, now they got themselves a pretty big investment, right? They got 2 Galeals with an AK, double Mac 10s as well for both Chop and his teammate. And now it's...
Sorry, I just got word from the admins. The players are currently organizing a Twitter brigade to demand new PCs from ATK. Oh man. Swisher. Unfortunate. But one thing I also want to bring up is that the winner of this match plays Evil Geniuses in order to make it through. The lower bracket to qualify in is pretty brutal for this event. If I actually go and take a look at it here, they would have to fight their way through Evil Geniuses next, which that is still elimination. Every match from here on out is an elimination match. And they would then have to play the winner of Party Astronauts and God-Centered Complexity, and I believe that match is still going on. So let me take a peek and see where that is.
I think it's it. I think that one's actually in overtime right now with a 17-16 for Complexity, and God-Sent you have a first map already too. So again, yeah, like you said, it's, oh man, whoever takes this thing home. I mean, this match alone, they progress, but it's not really you know, a lifeline. They just, you know, have to keep pushing through some pretty heavy competition. So regardless of that, whoever wins this game is going to be fighting Evil Geniuses, and then again, like you said, after that is going to either be the winner of Party Astronauts or Complexity God-Sent, and that's a lot.
Yeah, and even after then, I believe then you have to play the loser of the upper bracket final, which we will be covering as a duo on Sunday, and we will be on the next match, which should be EG versus the winner of this game later today. So stick around and keep your eyes peeled for that. We're back into the action though. Swisher seems to have installed new computer and is back up and functional again. However, ATK doesn't have too much to welcome him with in this round, as all they will have. No, ignore the HUD. It shows chop on the wrong side. We'll fix that real quick. We might have to wait till next round because of the way that the servers like to work. So just ignore that. Chop is not on that side. Wiz eliminating Bowden, but Chop is on the T side. So just ignore that.
Oh, and even Modem actually playing inside the smoke too, so you're gonna see what he can do. Clasia looking for a little bit more. Fady, he's done too, so should be a quick little cleanup, and it is, and it's gonna be a nice cleanup on the ramp, and Carpe Diem now gonna be on themselves a 2-0, and guns are gonna be purchased. ATK not gonna mess around. It's gonna be a little bit more of a tight purchase, obviously, given the way the rounds have been and how competitive and the kills are getting, but at least they'll have enough to get the slow part of a ramp, you know, solidified for the time being. But this is pretty important. I mean, Jacob, obviously just for money's sake, but also getting themselves kind of in a competitive state.
Yeah, I mean, you just finished losing like 14 round. You know, you just had a 14 round deficit loss to these players, and now you're on the CT side of okay, smoke spam, but you're on the CT side here. You've got to do something with that, you know? Like, you can't just let Carpe Diem walk out to a lead, and they do get those 2 opening frags. That is huge. This is just a force buy from Carpe Diem, but this round really matters more so for ATK, just considering the position that they're in right now. And Chop doesn't really do any damage, but does walk himself up the bomb site, hiding his drop down with the gunshots. Clasia gets killed by the boost. There was a boost there.
Oh, a nice little double stack too, so Modem's actually able to find it, so Carpe Diem actually now just down on that 2v5, and Bodemaster's taken pretty low. Bomb's now going to make its way on the back of stairs, and the Execute's going to come in here. Mistum should be able to find this and sees the utility being burned and thrown all over the place. Oh, and gets it, and now it's just down to Chop. A 1v5 clutch situation. He makes this one happen, but man, he's taken down to 8. It's just a matter of time, but he's finding himself another kill, so ATK, they're losing bodies that they don't need to lose.
They're getting a little aggressive. Bowden's here to solve this problem, however, so they do find their first round, and that's a lot better than it has gone in previous games. But it's still gonna be a little bit rough for them, considering that, you know, considering they did drop a couple to that force buy, but it's not too bad. And technical timeout coming out from Carpe Diem, clearly not happy with how that force went. And Clasia's ADR is getting watered down a little bit by bit, so we get a less impressive number, which is sad. Would like to see what the highest ADR somebody could carry through a game is, you know?
Especially the way that he was playing on that second map too. I mean,
oh yeah,
he was just top fragging the entire time. I think it was him and Chop that were the ones that were, and Wiz actually. I mean, all 3 of them were just putting up some pretty big numbers. And you know, we talked a lot about Clasia being on this roster too, and you know, I think he's been a great addition for them, and he's just really stepped things up into a whole other gear lately. And I think that second map with a 16-2 win was a little bit of that demonstration we've been waiting for a little while.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it was such a good addition and such a timely addition to this team, because, you know, he used to be on this team, but got, you know, basically removed for being, you know, just not too good of a teammate, and he cleaned his act up after some time on Gaming Gladiators, otherwise known as Chakuchek, and most of the time he spent on that team. And, you know, he came out and talked about how he learned from that experience and how he wanted to come back and be a good teammate and play well with these players. And you can see how that's worked out for him so far. Swisher, however, getting the opener onto Walco, so far dominating this A bomb site ramp, and that will force them to push over towards the other site. And Mistum's watching and ready, looking for it, but Clasia gets the better of him. Still has to worry about Fady on the bomb site though, and will get his flashbang off before he is sent unceremoniously flying through the air. AK handed over, and Modem just gonna fly through this smoke. He is gonna be able to get one, but it's an even trade. Fady here, and he's gonna be able to win the duel on the bomb site, preventing Carpe Diem from getting any further, and we're tied up. And that's not something we've been able to say for quite a while.
Yeah, it's not. It's been a long time. I mean, now it's been a bit more competitive, and ATK have finally been able to get themselves a little bit more in fighting shape. A little bit of a knockdown, but they're feeling a lot better for map number 3. And we talked about this in the pre-show, but if you're just tuning in, I mean, this has just been an absolute bar burner, and both teams taking away their opponents' picks, and now they're on a map that both of them are probably equally as good on. So this is kind of, you know, where we wanted to see this thing go, and ATK winning that knife round get themselves in the great position of being on the CT side. And it's a little bit different on the side of utility here, though, Jacob, and they actually will have Fady getting boosted at mid-box, so this is a great amount of positioning, and gets that opening. Duel finds a second one, too, and now Carpe Diem, and they have no room for a trade.
I like that bait setup there. It was a little unintentional with the player close there, being Glacia, but excuse me. Otherwise, that worked out really well for them, considering. I just like that, you know, hop them up in the box and have one person go wide, so when they're looking up for that player, just get shot in the side.
Yeah, and right now for Carpe Diem, like, they only got Galocks, right? Like, so really, the chances of them finding, you know, a couple kills is pretty slim to none. They might be able to do something. Okay, if you do something like that, that might work. I mean, Wilco gets a nice little drive-by shot. Fady's down low, but it's going to be Bowden Master, the Swedish player, and clean things up a little bit, and they get themselves in a lead, and we haven't been able to say that in a long time for ATK.
Yeah, this would in fact be their first lead in quite a few rounds. I don't know if I'll be able to figure out exactly how many rounds.
Don't do the math. No, it's not worth it. Don't do the math. We'll be flamed on the chat. Everyone's gonna say wrong, Jacob. Wrong, Jacob.
I do have a good update though, however, for you North American fans. Complexity did in fact take their map pick in overtime, 19-16. After a comeback, I believe they were down 15-13, I want to say, and they came back and brought that into OT. So they're going over to map number 3 on the A stream. That will be Inferno between those two teams. And Fady going to get punished. He's been taking that peek repeatedly and missed him, able to make that trade, but Classy is there to watch over. And Bowden's going to have to just kind of work his way over as they maybe accelerate onto this B-bomb site. But if you take a look, the bomb is working its way towards A.
Yeah, this is a really good fake. So Classy has made a lot of noise, but now just kind of stalls, waits things out. The bomb's still kind of making its own advancements. You can see the CTs, and Classy now it has 2 CTs being contained, and he's able to find a kill too, and Wiz is able to find Swisher, so this is huge. Now they can get themselves in this A site. Modem by himself, and he's just trying to get a kill. He's trying to figure out something, but Classy, man, some high-class shooting, and right back at it again. And Carpe Diem, man, they are not giving this thing up.
He is so sharp. That is like the thing that I've noticed about Glacia, is that mechanically he is so good. You like get a POV of some player in a duel with Glacia, 85 to 90% of the time you're gonna watch the player that you are watching their POV of take a bullet to the head through like a wall or something. Like, it's just impressive how good Glacia is, and it's exciting to see him play on such a versatile and dangerous team. Question is whether or not these mechanically gifted players of Swisher or Odin and Fady, I mean, like, all of the players in this server are all capable of stepping up and dropping huge kill counts. It's just a matter of who's going to be able to step up when and for who, and if they're going to be able to do it in time to win themselves this series and send themselves deeper into the IEM Dallas closed qualifier.
Yeah, this is just about staying alive in the tournament. You're still fighting for your life, like you said, in the lower bracket. So even this match alone, you still got some heavy hitters to go against. Hex not able to spot, missed him through that, but missed him. Oh man, he's got his own little bit of an X-ray. He gets a nice little love tap, and Hex is able to get out of this. Gets another chance at it. Carpe Diem, though, looking like they want to still convert for the site. Getting ready for the execute. The needs are coming in, and a little bit of a distraction. And okay, all right. Bowden Master's able to find one, though. That's a good pickup.
Oh, Fady had an opportunity there, but ducked out of the way of a bullet. Not sure if that was a Matrix moment or not, but missed him full blind, unable to take advantage of that moment where he had Chop unaware, and Chop's actually going to be the one who finishes it off. These kills falling all over the place, and it's going to be a 2 versus 2 now, as Walco just sends Bowden Master to the grave. Swisher, however, on this flank, putting Walco in a hard position, but he's going to be able to take advantage of it. He's got the bomb. He can run A. 15 seconds, not a ton of time, but an opportunity.
Yeah, you definitely make this happen. He should be able to get it down. Be fine. No, bit of a misclick, but Swisher's right there. Swisher's on his tail. And now Walko gets the smoke so he can get himself in a better position for the time, but he's gonna have to move now, so he does. Swisher goes for the fake tap. He's gonna still put that pressure on. Walko does not bite. He knows it's a fake. Oh my god, look at this.
This is brilliant.
This is so big. This is so good. And Walko, man, where is he? He's in scaffolding. He's gonna take you out.
That is so smart. Walko, that was brilliant. That just, he backed himself up into just right past that angle where you're kind of like, okay, he must have gone all the way around. And then he's just there. That was just beautiful. Full credit to Walko on that. That was the way to win a clutch right there. Take notes, kids.
Take all the notes. And so ballsy too, like doesn't even try to go for the peak. I mean, Swisher could have just been committing, right? But he's like, nah, man, I know you faking.
That's the first time I think Wiz has won that duel on A ramp as well that early into the round. So this is, they are on pistols as well as one AK in the hands of Bowden. And Swisher has worked himself a little bit into the back line, so he could cause some problems for Classia when he makes his way back from the lurk. But otherwise, this should be a pretty easy A bomb site take, as the only player here is Bowden. No, okay, that's gone, and now it is one player per site. Actually, two here, but they make that. Oh, sorry, I was reading the radar wrong. But Bowden will clear out one, but it's going to be pretty easy for them to move their way onto the B bomb site.
Yeah, Bowden's just on top of Sandbag, and I mean, so tough, and he's got everybody all over the place. All right, but now we see Carpe Diem starting to get themselves that little bit of a comfort lead, but the money's still good here for ATK, so they can bring guns right back into this situation. I don't think they'll have enough funds for an op, but they will just be able to get the rifles, and Swisher actually not going to go for the M4, but instead we'll go with the FALMAS and get that extra utility that's much needed for the A site to lock down that ramp, and I'm sure Carpe Diem can't just, you know, plow through it.
As much as I don't like the FAMAS, I do like that skin quite a bit, and I do have that skin too. That is... I think that's the ZX Spectrum. Gorgeous. Looks like a VCR. Like a nice one, you know? Like it looks like that gives you that 80s vibe.
All the young kids are like, wait, what's a VCR?
They're like, pardon?
I'm sorry, a what?
This is some interesting ramp aggression here, and they could catch these guys off guard. These smokes are fading, though, and that Molotov going to push Bowden back. He's so tentative here. Just a matter of who peaks at the wrong moment.
Yeah, so much utility just burned alone. And Classia does actually take down Mistim, so good pickup. And now the CTs, again, they burned all the utility. They have double smoke sets available, but that's it. That's all they have left remaining for this. The T's still have quite a bit available, and Classia putting matters into his own hands. He's 14-4, looking to see if he can make it a 15. Oh, and he just misses it. Monum takes some damage, but it's not going to matter at all. But you can see Carpe Diem again. They're just going to put the pressure on to the Swisher. He's only good for one.
Yeah, that might be the death marker here. Bowden has to go huge. He's in an opportunity, and he falls out of that opportunity. Unable to find the headshot. Walko just sharper. And now you got Modem. 1v3. An opportunity here. Nobody directly holding this angle yet. Chop now holding for it. If he walks at this time, it could be a little bit unfortunate. Doesn't quite land the bullets he needs to, and he might decide to save.
The mixture of play that we're seeing from Carpe Diem, though, I mean, it's a thing of beauty, right? I mean, Classia alone, he can just play in the B stairs. He can just make all the amount of noise and distraction as he needs. And he's getting the kills. It's not even like he's getting taken out. He's actually doing damage, too. So ATK, they know that he's lurking, but then they don't know if they're just going to hit it because they've mixed up their playbook so much.
I honestly really like the way that they've implemented Classia into the game plan for this map, because he just walks up E-ramp, domes two people every round, and just gets away with it. Like, it's just beautiful. Like, we've seen him, you know, get killed a couple of times, but he's 14-5. He's 14 kills.
Yeah, 14 kills. And when you look over, you're like, who's the next closest person? Walko with a nice double fives, making it 10.
If you get HexT working into this group, if HexT starts to light up too, ATK does not have a hope at taking this map or continuing further in these qualifiers. So they have to be careful not to give up any, just, you know, don't give yourself up. Don't give up free kills, because you're at the point in this series where every kill matters. And look at that. They flashed themselves into T-Ramp, and they're able to get that opening kill. The B bomb site, though, is just hectic. Just completely wide open. The flank is coming in, and bomb could get stopped here if they're not careful, but Glacia is just the safety net that they need to hold on to this round. Look at this. They're going to have to go all the way around to make their way back into this round. It's just
and that's
beautiful.
That's even if they want to commit to it, right? That's if they want to even try this. Both of the players have about 2,600 bucks, but man, it's just not worth it. Like, that's all they have left, and if they lose these guns, they can't really do anything for this next round, so they have to save it. They can't even try to commit for this, and Carpe Diem, man, they can go for a little bit of a hunt. If they start to lose 1 or 2 bodies, I mean, that might not be it, but they can try to inflict some more damage.
Yeah, if they can take away some more guns here, things are going to get really rough for the side of ATK. I mean, they're already not doing so hot on the money side. They should have enough next round to at least make some sort of a buy happen here, but the more guns that can get taken away, the better. It looks like Modem should escape with this A1S.
Yeah, just barely, too.
Gets
away with it.
You first, my Laz.
No, I was just gonna say, I mean, it'd be nice to see if we can get Bowden Master with an op. I mean, again, the money's here that they do have that opportunity. We talked a lot about what he could do on Mirage. He never really got that opportunity, but now, I mean, he's kind of the player I'm thinking we gotta watch on this one, because he needs to find an opening, right? He needs to be the difference maker.
Yeah, that's for sure, and just on the edge of getting your head ripped off. Mistim does spot Classy out here. He has not been doing so hot in these duels. He is 3-9 just overall up against the 16-5. You know, you can kind of get an idea of how that battle has kind of shaped out on this B-bomb site. AD watching out for it, does get the kill on a Hex, however, so that is an opening for the CT side. I think that's the first one we've seen in a little while. And they are stacked for this B-bomb site. But okay, Glacia, headshot through the smoke, and he can't quite get the second one. Fady able to take advantage of the vertical positioning on Vertigo and get that kill. And Swisher just playing through the crack in this tarp here. Will spot Walco on his way, but Walco just wins the duel. 11-5, still 100 ADR. I do love how perfect that is, but not watching for Modem. The B-bomb site. Oh, sorry, it looks like my bulldozer is behind by a round somehow. But now just whizzed in 1v3. And ATK maybe finally found some ground.
Yeah, they've been able to get some really good openers. Oh, man, that's filthy. All right, Bowden. See? I told you, giving up. There we go, you know, little Kickstarter. All right, I'm all for it.
He really is the glue here.
He really, yeah, he is. Like, I mean, you need your opper to just do some work, and I mean, that's kind of what we've been waiting for ATK, is somebody to, you know, put matters into their hands and kind of make a difference in that one. But again, you got to give it up to Fady. Like, he got that first opening duel, took down, I think that was Hex right away. Then he was able to take down Classy, and again, we talked a lot about Classy, so not only does he get the first opener, but then he takes some big impact of the heavy hitter here for Carpe Diem. And look at Bowden. Look at Bowden. Oh,
Classy
no.
Under him.
Oh, Classy's gonna get a free kill. No, Bowden Master comes up big with 2. He gets away with murder.
That is huge. That puts the bomb on the ground too. Sorry, it does not. I keep looking up at Bolt Observe, and it's still around behind. Ignore what I just said. The bomb is in the hands of Chop.
Oh, now they're going for the boost up too. So Autumn does have it. But he gets the timing right. He can get this gifted kill, and he does. It's on a silver platter. I might try to go again for a little bit of a cheeky boost, but we'll switch things up. It's a 2v4, and Carpe Diem now lost all their comrades, and a good nade, and Bowden Master's down to 1. That nade is taking him down to 1 HP. And all they need to do is just breathe on him, and he's going down, but a flash looks amazing, but it's just not enough.
It was so close to being a perfect run through there. If they had just timed it just right with each other, maybe they get an opportunity, but the op was looking the right way towards ramp and just shut down that attempt at a take. And ATK have started to find themselves some grip. You know, they've started to dig in with the heels a little bit, push back. And if you'll notice, we're seeing that on the edge of Bowden Master finally lighting up and coming alive.
And that's what we talked so much about in this best of 3, right? When Bowden Master can get that op and he can start to get a little bit more comfortable, man, he can create all the space in the world, and that's what he's starting to do. And now ATK, look at how much more confident they are in these takes. Even Modem's able to push himself down the ramp. He's gone into the corner position. This is some good real estate they've had, and the flash is going to come in. Modem's going to try to go for the peak. Oh, but he's just going to get taken out. It doesn't do enough. The right effort and a good mixture, but it's just, it gets red.
Yeah, that's tough. And Clasia is limited to just a Galil in this round, so we won't see any of those super sharp AK headshots coming through walls or anything, because that will lower the damage enough to make that survivable. But still gotta be careful though. Still trying to figure out where they want to go with this bomb. Just waiting for an opportunity to find one more opening pick here. They've already got the first one, but if they can get the second, that will cause complete disarray for ATK, and that's something they need right now. They've dropped the last couple of rounds, and they're still looking for an answer to what ATK has put together here in these last few couple of rounds. Yeah, beats the op.
How does that happen?
He's just
he's so swift.
Good at finding those awkward angles to just for them to fight, and Hex even opening up on the first one. Molotov should prevent a plant. The Hex over the top. Bowden not looking. Took a shot into the middle of nowhere. Didn't land into anything, and Chop is pushed into the backlines as well, so missed him just in a 1v4. Has to play for himself here. He's not getting away with this op, and Walco notices that he's just standing out in the open and puts an end to it. So Carpe back on their feet.
Yeah, a little bit back on their footing, and yeah, it's just it really is a thing of beauty that we're seeing from Classy. I know it might not seem like a big deal to some people, but the fact that he can just go up B stairs unpunished most of the time, oh man, that's just something that ATK are probably going to kick themselves for when they watch the demo.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so good at like poking and prodding, you know, in a way that just you never know where he's going to peek from next.
I mean, now we see ATK, they're on the save. I mean, they're just going to invest some deagles and a little bit of utility, but nothing really serious. So switching up the stance a little bit. They got actually some mid control. Fady waiting to see. The flash is in. That's actually good. So now Fady's been able to cross, so he doesn't make his presence known, but it's a little bit of a guessing game now here for Drop.
Yeah, Swisher trying to land some sort of deke spam through the smoke here. It's going to be a 3-man commit towards this bomb site, and they are landing quite a bit of tag damage. So the longer these defenders stick around, the less of a chance they're going to be able to have an opportunity in here as they fall back. Mid, though, is getting a little dangerous. Chop does get the first, looking for the second one. And it's just going to be Bowden doubling back on himself, and Bowden chasing after. This is a wild goose chase. Who's going to be able to get that kill? Bottom's not going to be able to, and Classia does follow up on the misdom, leaving Bowden the only one remaining for ATK. Bomb planted, looking like a knife.
Yeah, Bowden Master on this deagle. 1-on-5, man. Everybody's quite low. You got 3 players that are under 60 HP, and deagle shot gets done, but Hex is able to get himself a nice quick one. 9-5, and we're going to the last round of the very first half, and kind of where we started off on map number 1.
Yeah, and this is pretty much an exact mirror of that first map, so maybe you can consider that middle, consider Mirage to be a little bit of a outlier, you could say, is considering the 16-2 scoreline we had in that one. But it's nice to see that this one's a lot closer. ATK, you know, we're seeing them push and pull against each other. Hex playing a really weird angle, coming up the ladder, does finally finish off that kill off of the back of a beautiful flash from Chop.
Yeah, the utility usage. Yeah, the opener's huge, but the utility work is just phenomenal right now from Carpe Diem. Their flashes have been something else, just allowing them to get some good opening duels and even a little bit more aggression. But oh, Bowden, man, he doesn't care at all. He'll be fully exposed, and now Swisher hanging out in the corner, but it's going to be Wiz that's able to find him. So ATK down to 2 players remaining. And even missed him down to 10, Jacob. And this is not looking good. And Clasia takes him out again.
That is just brutal. That is heartbreak. And you're looking at going into the half down 5 rounds. And look at that. Clean as you like. And we'll head to a break and we'll be back with half number 2 to see who gets eliminated.
Tell me now why you want to wait. Running out of words you wanna say. I've been looking for you, looking for you, looking for you. Take me down, leave me lost and found. Take me down, loud without a sound, and I will rise, and I will fly.
All right, everybody, we're back with half number 2. This half is going to decide who gets eliminated from the IEM Dallas 2022 qualifiers. And I'm joined today by Laz. Welcome back. And we've got ATK on the P side, Carpe Diem on the CT side, and it has been a Clasia show. I said that really weird because I was trying not to say Clasia.
Clasia.
Clasia show. Deep Irish accent.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. It's gonna be the Hex show. I don't know. Clasia, you were getting talked about. Oh god, you need to hit more than that. Oh, and Hex now, he's doing some damage, and now it's starting to look like Carpe Diem. They're closing the door on ATK, and it is a 3v2. Make it down to 1, and Fady, he's got no bomb, he's got no utility, he's got hopes and dreams, and is it gonna be enough? It will not.
Back and forth, angle to angle, unable to figure it out. Yeah, Clasia, honestly, good enough to get out of there with 1, playing the close angle with the USP. I mean, that thing feels like you're waving around like a 5-foot-long musket, you know, when you're like up and close and personal with people. I don't know if that's just mental or what, but you know, you get into those moments up close to the USP and you kind of can't blame them, you know.
I know.
Especially the low sense players, but I don't know what Clasia's sense is, so I'd have to maybe next LAN I'll have to ask him. But hey, if he makes it all the way through to IEM Dallas, I'll see him there, so hopefully. Okay, Clasia, speak of the devil. Getting that opener onto Fady. And the question that we're going to raise here really is, you know, how will Carpe do on their CT side, and is ATK going to be able to claw themselves back into this one like they were on Inferno? Because, you know, that was the play of the game, was the fact that ATK was able to find themselves back into it. But so far in the pistol, that has not been the case. Swisher just sacrificing himself to the gods. And that will be 12-4 Carpe Diem.
Big round now too, right? This is all about swing, so ATK got the funds, they're ready to go, and if this round doesn't go their way, I mean, man, this might just be getting those bags packed up a little bit quicker than what they thought, and Carpe Diem might be able to get themselves in that lead. And I mean, Carpe Diem, they're kind of in that bonus situation too, right? They still got FAMASs and they got the MP9, so for them, this is all about just doing as much damage as they can. And now the MP9s could actually make some aggression and actually chop. Look at how much aggression he's put into middle. We'll get pushed back with the molly, but this is good effort that we're seeing from the DM squad.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's going to be interesting to see how they play with this limited gun set in this bonus round. Looks like ATK is going to begin their work up towards ramp here. They've got Swisher playing around on the ladder in mid. Nothing getting given over for free, though, from Carpe Diem. They are going to begin this aggressive maneuver around the edge of the smoke to try and see if they can pick off one of these players, and a back is presented, but Walco, the timing is just so weird, but HexT is going to be able to be the one who finishes the spray. Modem, the player who was spotted, does take a little bit of damage, but Walco's just going to suit himself up here, but surely nobody's going to check that after that. Oh, this is just trigger discipline here, and they're not going to check it. That'll be 1 and 2, not the third one, but Wiz finds that. And the last one's going to be Fady coming in through mid. Chop, oh boy, Fady not able to hit that first volley, and just going to try and average the 2, and that will be a 13. And ATK on their last legs here. You're starting to get into a territory where you cannot come back. They do not have money for a buy going into this round. They're going to have to save him. I think we're going to look at 14 here. They might get some deagles, but that's about it.
Yeah, and what we saw before too, I mean, even I think it was Mirage, I know it was a 16-2, so not like there was a lot of rounds for ATK, but I mean, the one thing we did see is when they had those pistols and they put a little bit of the, you know, the aggression and their foot on that gas, you know, going a little over that speed limit, they did pretty well. They were able to get some really good kills and bringing it a little bit closer, but that's looking like that's what they want to try. They're going to just put everything on the line. They're going to go down to the ramp. They're going to see if they can hold the W and see what they can find, but Clasia just pat-standing a little bit more. He ain't done yet, and now he's coming in from the back. He's aiming for the flank, and they heard him. They know he's here. They know he's exactly here, but he's just looking for more, but Swisher! Oh my god!
Channeling his inner walker there with the Tech 9. Does get caught. That will be Fady, but 3 versus 3 B bomb site almost wide open. There is one player here, that being HexT, and he has the right gun to deal with this, especially with this smoke. He's actually just going to walk his way out, but Modem hitting a absolute barn burner of a shot on a HexT, and now Chop and Wiz stuck in a 2 versus 3. Bonin is low, but holding these smokes close is going to be tough for them to really make a move, considering how far their guns stick out. This is going to rely on how Wiz works in. Make that chop. He just walks up and gets 2.
Oh, Wiz hasn't spotted this player. Wiz hasn't spotted. What is going on? What is going on?
An opportunity for ATK.
Oh, my. Oh, the molly. Oh, the molly. It's done him dirty. Oh, no. He's roasted alive. And that's going to be the 14. Well, we talked about it, Jacob. We talked about how close ATK bring rounds on these weird eco pistols. I don't know what it is, but they were almost able to take that thing away.
That is so brutal for ATK. But it does mean they got plenty of money. I mean, off the back of both Swisher and Modem getting those incredible shots on the Tech 9s. I just, like, my Tech 9 doesn't do that. Like, how do I make my Tech 9 do that? I guess just...
Yeah, tell me how to do it. I have no idea. They make it look so easy.
Bonin does have his op here and an opportunity. Carpe Diem not on series point yet. Getting awfully close. This is essentially ATK's last opportunity.
It's all come down to this, and now, I mean, Carpe Diem, even though they have this huge lead, they're still putting a lot of that discipline on this, right? They're not playing careless. They're not, you know, throwing this away. They know that this round's very, very, very important. There was a lot of areas, but it's that important. You cannot mess this up. And now ATK. Ooh, Fady's got some mid control, but again, on a map like this, I don't think it's going to matter as much, but oh, he might get caught. He might get caught. He's fully blind. Oh my god, Classy, it makes it work, though.
A little bit dirty, but he did finally put it together in the end there. Thought he was about to flub that flashbang, but missed him. Oh, careful, caught headshot. Oh, there's so many opportunities here. And somehow he gets one out of that. I thought he was done for. The kills do go in the way of the CT side, but it's Bowden and Swisher, 2 versus 4. Trying to take this A bomb site. One player, oh no, and it all falls apart on the back of HexT. Jumping up, getting to uncontested, grabs an AK-15 round series point for Carpe Diem, and they could find themselves up against Evil Geniuses in just a couple of hours if they win this map right here. One more round separating them from making their way further and eliminating ATK from the IEM Dallas closed qualifier.
Well, 10 rounds needed for ATK to push some overtime, and, you know, it's been done. Things have, you know, the impossible's happened. You know, I can believe. We'll see what ATK can do, but...
I'll start believing in 15-10.
We'll start believing 15-10, I agree, and some good trades back and forth, and again, mid seems to be the plan of attack right now for ATK.
Ooh,
slow things down. Okay, alright. They reposition now, and Carpe Diem... This is good, and oh, even Chop, he actually gets pushed back a little bit with that molly, and I think Fady should have heard the sound cue.
Yeah, most definitely at that range. Question is if he is able to capitalize, and the answer is yes. Knew exactly where he would be. And Wiz looking for a little bit of aggression here. Bomb gets picked up down in lower. It's going to work its way back up towards A here. Piston just biding his time. Bowden actually on the... So what the hell is going on? This is such an awkward setup here, and HexT getting eliminated, and Wiz is going to be taken out from behind, and look at that. The round just falls apart for Carpe Diem.
Yeah, I don't know what happened for Carpe Diem. I mean, they looked like they had a pretty good footing in it, but then all of a sudden, I mean, ATK were able to get themselves in a bit of a rotate. Well, they keep themselves alive, and...
Yeah, I think just losing that mid duel is probably what did it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. And I mean, like, mid control can always be good on any map, but I feel like on Vertigo it's not the end all be all in my opinion, but it definitely can create a little bit of that havoc, but nowhere near the impacts of, like, you know, say Inferno or like a Dust 2 or something like that. But ooh, Wiz, okay,
that's
I
big.
like it.
That
is really big.
Funnels them out of the B bomb site. That means they're gonna go for this mid control here. Probably boost up, but Wiz is here too. He's walking down it too, so he's gonna go right past. So he could shoot the lower player on this stack, drop the first, but no, Fady's holding for it. Huge kill for Fady.
Massive pickup though, and Wiz again. You see him. He was trying to get a little bit cheeky, but he's gonna fall back, and now the op is in Bowden Master's hands, and HexT playing behind Sandbag, and ATK are ready to kind of hit their attack on this ramp, and he's still got quite a bit of utility that they can disperse of. They got the double mollies with the smokes, and now it looks like they're going to disperse of it right now. HexT hasn't been able to move. They haven't cleared Sandbag yet. Now they're grouped up. Walko just inside the site. There you go. There it is. And now he has to move. They've given his position away. HexT, get out of there, man. But he's able to find one. Walko now, he's going to go for the retake.
So 3 players left alive for Carpe Diem here. It is a 3-on-3, and they do have one from behind. Chop coming in. Bowden, oh, the missed opportunity there. That was the one case where that MP9 might have been able to overpower that op. Still an opportunity, though. Modem behind. Oh, and that utility coming out, and he isn't able to finish off Bowden. Now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 retake. Modem in perfect position. Fady as well. He can swing off the back of this utility. It's a matter of who's sharper. Fady sharper on this occasion. Now Walko, 1 versus 3, and he's going to hold on to his gun. The money of the CT side started to get rather rough. ATK.
That's the reason why. Yes, man.
Get a chance.
Hey, we believe at 10, but ATK are getting some pretty convincing rounds. I mean, Bowden should be able to survive. I think he ran away pretty far, so he's not nearby. But this is good. I mean, ATK again, like when the pressure is starting to build up, they start to play a little bit better. And the money is not the greatest here for Carpe Diem. Again, like look at them. They're all sitting at mid 2000s. So I mean, they're just gonna work around Walco as much as they can. They got that op retrieve, so that's pretty big.
It's kind of interesting. I don't know if Walco's going to hold on to that op instead of Wiz. Might make sense considering everything going on.
Back to the old A ramp hit we go, and ATK. Classy's down to already 7 just from utility damage alone, but he's still going to press on forward, and he's going to get put down. Look at the clearing of the mollies here from ATK. They have just cleared everything, and now they have themselves on this A ramp. The CTs are kind of a bit more dispersed than we saw before. They only got the USPs, right? Walco, where is Walco? He's in middle with his teammate, and actually the double tower, the leaning tower of Carpe Diem actually works out well for Nell, but missed him. He's blind. Won't matter. He's not blind enough.
Carpe Diem kind of locked out here. They do have an extra AK to work with, but you know, how much are they going to be able to get done? Still 4 alive, and you're going to kind of start to wonder, you know, maybe Carpe want to just hold on to these guns and get some exits.
It might almost be worth it. I mean, HexT did pick up an AK. And I mean, if Wiz could find something, that'd be huge. I mean, then you can transition those 3 guns in, and the op again is still in that rotation. And that's kind of the holy grail right now for them. And that's where we're just waiting to see what can happen. And I mean, this is going to be an 8th round now for ATK. And Wiz still on the search, still on the hunt for a gun, but I think he's just about to run into a bombardment of people, and he's denied access.
And it looks like we got to fix a quick little technical issue before we roll back into things. Should be relatively quick. There we go. We're back into things. Sorry about that. And here we are. We're still series point. Guns finally back in the hands of Carpe Diem. They were a little bit rough for... this was a little bit rough last round, but they were able to hold on to that op, hold on to that AK, so not too bad. And we're getting close to that 10-round mark, Laz, so we're starting to get kind of into that area of belief. But that's still quite a long ways to walk. They are still, you know, 7 rounds out from contesting this for OT. And Chop, falling off at just the wrong moment. Nade's not really going to land for anything either. Well, Wiz, he's just standing out in the open in mid, and he's just going to get that first kill. That is huge.
Oh, that is such a good pickup. And that's what we needed to see from Carpe Diem. Now it looks like ATK again putting this pressure, pushing the CTs back at the A site. They're grouped up on the side of the ramp, and actually missed him. Does take some big damage from the utility to nade. This could be big. This could be big. This could be big. Come on, him. Nobody's so blind.
Wow.
Oh no! A missed opportunity.
HexT is going to take some damage though. Spam through the wall. So Modem at least gets something out of that, but watching for the flashbangs, this is going to be an A-bomb site retake. Modem above, and it's going to be Hex. Sharper on the gun, but Swisher jumping up and over to get that kill. But the kills are falling the way of Carpe Diem. 4 versus 2 on the retake. And they're all coming from one side. Missed him and Swisher. Missed him low. AK in hand. An opportunity to keep themselves in this qualifier. Resting in their hands. Both standing up, waiting for the lineup, but it's going to be an easy clear. And I think this is going to be it. Chop running up on him, and that's going to be it. If they defuse.
If they defuse. I was like, where's the kit? Who's got the kit? And there you have it, folks. Carpe Diem are going to keep themselves alive in the lower bracket run. They're going to be able to take this thing with a 2-1 victory. And now they get to face Evil Geniuses later on in this bracket. I think in just about an hour and a half or so.
Continue on, sir.